Hello guys, welcome back. In the last tutorial, I have discussed about various techniques to create an mechanical model with the help of various AutoCAD 3D commands. And if you can remember, or if you have followed my previous video, you will know that we have created an 3D model which looks like this. It's an interesting one, right? So we have used various commands for completing this mechanical model, and as I have already promised that I will come up with a session describing how to dimension and 3D object. So that is the thing that we will proceed today. Okay, so if you go back to the original picture that we were supplied with, you can see that all the dimensions for the object are given, right? But in the last video I have missed one thing, that there is an section which is 60 distant, and I have missed this part. So firstly what we will do is we will complete that part, right? So as you can see here that the X and Y axis are aligned in the left face of the object, so therefore I will use the rectangle command first. So I will select this rectangle command, and as because you can see that this distance is 60 and you have got an portion here which is the height. So this height is how much? As because this is 6, so obviously this will be also 6 units because the total height is 12, right? So we will go back and create a rectangle. So I will specify the first corner here, and I will specify the dimensions. So I will specify the dimensions as the length of the rectangle is 60. Okay, click on enter, and the width of the rectangle is 6. Okay, click on enter again. So as you can see that I have rightly created a rectangle having the dimension 60 and 6, right? Now what we will do is we will align this rectangle at the position where we want to create that groove, right? So I will use the move command. So click on M, enter. That will activate the move command. So I will select this particular object, click on enter. I have to select the base point, so we will select the base point here on the midpoint of this line. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the midpoint, so I will select this point and we will try to align it at the midpoint of this particular end or this particular face of the 3D object. So I'll search for the 3D midpoint here. So where is the 3D midpoint? If you are facing problems for finding the 3D midpoint, then you can go back to the different view, that is the wireframe view, and then you can select the 3D midpoint easily, right? So for the time being I have already found out the 3D midpoint. I will click on this portion, and automatically as you can see that this rectangle has been properly aligned at that particular position. Now what we will do, we will use the press pull command and select this particular area and click on it and bring it on the negative Z axis in order to produce the press pull. Okay, so I'll click this, and automatically as you can see that the portion is subtracted out of that particular object, right? I don't require this 2D rectangle now because I have already committed the press pull option. So I will click on delete, and automatically that portion will be deleted, or that rectangle will be deleted. So now we have come up to the final 3D model of the mechanical object, right? You can see. Now we will go for the dimensioning part. Okay, so first thing, we will change this view to again southwest isometric, and we will change this to 2D wireframe. Remember one thing, that always try to keep the 3D model in 2D wireframe when you go for the dimensioning part. Okay, you can also go for other viewing options, but 2D wireframe you will find it easy in order to give the dimensioning. Okay, so let us go back to the diagram. So firstly let us dimension this part. This is 60. So the first thing that we will do is we will have to align the UCS on that particular face where I want to create the dimensioning. So for that I have to go to this visualize tab, and I will select this face option. So this is the face option. As you can see, I will click on this face option, and I will select the particular face on which I want to do the dimensioning, and automatically the UCS will be aligned. So I will click on this, and as you can see, accept. I'll click on accept, and as you can see that X and Y axis has been properly aligned. Okay, so now I will go for the dimensioning. For dimensioning you have to go to this annotate tab, and you can see that there is an option available here these are the dimensioning styles. So what you will do first is you will click on this option here, which will open the dimensioning style manager preferably. So I'll click on this and automatically the dimension style manager will open. Now by default ISO 25 is the dimensioning style that will be pre-selected. So if you want to go for this ISO 25 option, you can go for it, or else you can also modify this and create your own dimensioning style. So if I want to create and modify this ISO 25 dimensioning style, I have to click on this override option, and as you click on this override option, you can see that this override current style ISO 25. This means that you are currently creating another dimensioning style which you will create by editing the properties of ISO 25, right? So I will go to this, for example, I think you are familiar with this window here. In 2D drawings also we have done it. So symbols and arrows, as you can see, the arrow size is 2.5. You can change it at any point of time. So let it be like this. First we will create the dimensioning, check how it looks, and then we will come and edit this. So I'll click on OK. I will close this first, and let us change the color of the dimensioning first. So for changing the color of the dimensioning, I can create layers, or else I can create on Control 1 and the big properties will come and appear. I will change the color. So I'm currently changing the color to cyan, and what we will do, we will go to this linear option, click on this linear option. Now I will select this portion. This is the first point and this is the second point, and bring it down at a convenient distance. Okay, so that is how we have done. Now everything is nice, the arrowheads. If you want to edit the properties, then you can directly go to the dialog box again. Okay, select the ISO 25, override. Okay, and suppose you are making changes to it. Suppose I'm making the arrow size to be 3. Okay, and the text, everything, it's text, let it be also 3. Okay, and fit overall scale is 1, so I am changing it to suppose 1.5. You can do it as per your own will. So I'll click on OK, right? So as you can see here that a style override has been created here. I can right click and rename this style. So you can rename this as my style. Okay, so this is my style, and I will click on outside, and as you can see my style has been created, right? So I'll click on close, and I will select my style option from here. This is my style option, so I'll click on this, and this particular dimensioning was created with the help of ISO 25 option. So what I can do is this particular option update. Click on this update and select the dimensioning that I want to select. I will select this and click on enter. Okay, so as you can see that the dimensioning has been properly done as per the my style properties that I have selected, right? So now let us do the other dimensioning. This is 110, so I will go back and I will go to this visualize option. I don't have to change the plane now because it is currently aligned with the left face. So I will go to this annotate again, select the linear option first, then I will track this particular end. This is the end that I want to select, so I will select suppose this end. Okay, this end, and the second end will be here. Okay, and this is 110 as we come to know from the drawing. So this is 110. So you have to go through the dimensions correctly and then you have to work on it. Okay, so let us do the other dimensioning. This is 45. So here this is a different plane, so I have to again go to this visualize option and I have to change the face. So I'll select on this face option. I can select on this particular face and click on accept, and as you can see X and Y has been aligned to this face. So I will again go to this annotate option, select the linear option from here, and we have to dimension from here. Okay, so this is the first point. Okay, this will be the first point, and this will be the second point. Okay, so this will be the second point, right? So this is 45, so I can bring it and align it at a convenient position. So this is 45. Okay, now this is 12, so I will select again the linear option from here, and I will select one point here and I will select another point here. So this is 12, so I can bring it at a convenient position. I'm bringing it here. Okay, Then again I will go and complete this 62. Okay, so this is 62, so I will go to this linear option again, and I have to select the correct point. So where is the correct point? Let us see the height, the total height you have to select 62. So I will select this as one end, okay, and this as another end. Okay, so this is 62, as you can see, right? So this is 62, and then we will come and complete these portions. Okay, so I will go again back, and I will pan the diagram here, and I will go to this visualize option. Okay, now I have to change the plane. Now it's currently on a different plane. X and Y axis is along this particular plane, so I have to align it here. So I can use the 3-point method also, or I can use the face option also. Previously we have used the face option, so now I am selecting the 3-point method. This is another method, so I can directly click on, suppose this is the first point. Along this direction you have the x-axis, along this direction you have got the y-axis, and correspondingly the z-axis is oriented. Right now, if I want to complete this dimension, this is 50 and this is 30 and this is 50, right? So I will go and use the linear dimensioning again from Annotate tab. Select this linear dimensioning, and first I am selecting this point, and second I am selecting this point, and this is 30, right? And again I will select the linear option from here, and I will select one point here. I'll select one point here, and another point I will select somewhere here, right? And this is 50, as you can see, this is 50. I will go back to the diagram again. This is 12, so here I have to again change the plane. So for that, what I will do is I will again go to this visualize option, select the 3-point method, okay, and I will track one point here. Suppose I am tracking one point here. This is the first point that I am selecting, okay, and this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and correspondingly z-axis has been selected. So I will go to this Annotate tab again, select the linear option, and I will track 2 points, one point here suppose, and one as the nearest point on this line, and as you can see that it's of 12. So I'll bring this dimension here. It's currently 12. At any point of time you can click on any dimensioning and stretch it, or you will get many options available. So this is about this 12 dimensioning. 30 is done. Now this is 40, so I will dimension this. This is 40. So what I will do is I will again align my UCS on this particular face of the object. So if you are aligning this, so I will go to visualize. I will select the face option currently now. So I will select this as the face, and I will select accept, and I will go to this annotate option again, linear, and I will select this as one point. This is one point, and we have got this as the other point, right? And this is 40, so I'll bring it down at a distance, at a particular distance. You can also give a specific distance for the same, right? I mean the distance of the extension line. Now this is 10 again, so I will have to align the UCS again on this face. So I'll go to visualize option and select this face option. I will select this particular face, okay, click on accept, and then I will go to this annotate option, select on linear. I'll select this as one point, this as the second point, and there you go, you have got this 10 dimension available. Now this is 23, this is 22, so again I have to align the UCS. So visualize, I have to go to this face option. I'm going for selecting this face option here, and select this particular face, click on accept, and here I will select the annotate linear, and this is 22, right? This is 22, this is 22, and here you have got 23. So I have to select the linear option again. So I am selecting this point and this point, and this is 23, right? So this is 12 already done. Now this is 6. So I will go to this visualize option again, select the face, and I'll select this face, click on accept and go to this annotate option again, select the linear option, track one point, suppose here, and another point here, and there you go, you have got this 6 dimensioning. If you want to locate the center points of these holes, so I can select this center marks. I will click on this center marks option and select the arc you want to. So as you can see that the center points are shown. I will again select this, I will select this hole also, and as well as I will select this hole. Okay, so I hope it's already done. Here you have got an multi-leader available. So this is another way of dimensioning. So as you can see that this is a multi-leader, and this is not aligned to a particular plane. Instead, this leader is aligned to the view plane of the object. View plane means the plane which corresponds to the screen of your computer. Okay, so that is the view plane. Here also you have got one radius option available. So these two are on view planes. So what I will do is I will go to this annotate and I will select, and you have got multi-leader also. I'll select the multi-leader option. I'm selecting this as the multi-leader. So it's asking me specify the leader arrowhead location. Now one thing I forgot to do is I have to bring my UCS on the view plane. So how can I bring my UCS on the view plane? I will go to this visualize option. I will select this option from here, and I will select the first option, which is the view. If you select on this, then as you can see X and Y is now aligned in the view plane, that is the plane corresponding to your screen. Now as you have already set the UCS, now you have to go to this annotate option, select the multi-leader option and track a point from where you want to select the multi-leader. So this is the point, suppose I am selecting, and you can keep the ortho off for the time being. So if you are bringing it like this, now you have got an option to write down whatever you wish to. So I have to write here phi 12 into 4 holes. This means I have to use an option from where I can get the symbol phi. So here you can see you have got an option for symbol. So I'll select on this symbol option, and as you can see that you have got an option diameter. So I'll select on this diameter, so phi will be available. Now it's phi 12 into 4 holes. So I will select, I'll write down phi 12 and give a space, caps lock on X, that means into space holes. Okay, right? So click outside, and as you can see that the dimension has been done. If you want to change the property of this leader, you can directly go to this property manager of the leader, click on this option, and you can modify from here if you wish to. Okay, so currently I don't have to change it, so I will keep it as it is. And the next thing that we will do is I will multi-leader this particular radius. So this is R12, so I will use the multi-leader option again, and I will select an portion point here. Now I will select, suppose here I'm clicking this portion, so it's R12, right? So click outside and you are done, right? So everything that we have done in dimensioning, it's understandable now, and you can change your view to now this realistic, and as you can see that the dimensioning has been clearly done, right? So if you want to check it, you can check it at any point of time, and you can see that whether the dimensioning matches with your drawing or not. So that will be all for today. I hope you have found it interesting, and I wish that you also try this in your home and practice it. Until and unless you practice, you won't be able to cope up with other complex mechanical drawings, right? So thank you for joining.